Hey, Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barakatham to all the brothers of Israel. Shalom Yahweh, Shamar, Shalom Yahweh, Shamar, Elathah, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. This is the ISUPK, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander John Yohana. I am Priest and Officer Arak out here in Las Vegas, teaching you the Tuesday Brotherhood class. As the title says, today's topic, we're going to be going over whether or not if abortion is a sin or if it's a choice. You understand? Which I'm gonna also elaborate further on what I mean by that, on whether or not if something is a choice or if it's a sin. You understand? Those are some of the things that we're going to be going over today. And Lord, allow by the end of the class, you have an understanding of not only just what I meant by if something is a choice or is a sin, but you'll also understand the Lord's perspective on abortion according to the Bible. You understand? Before we get into that, though, we are still going to finish where we left off last week with on interracial marriages. You understand? We just had a couple more verses to go over for that. So we're going to wrap up that topic as well, then get into the abortion. You understand? So before we get into anything, like it, I'm going to ask, just like every week, that y'all do your part to make sure that you like and share the class. You understand? Make sure you share it on all platforms. It is our job to make sure that you understand, spread this word out to the four corners of the earth so that, there's a brother or a sister that's out there, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man or woman that is out there that is, desperate to change their lives, to turn around for the better. And quite frankly, for those said people, the only way that they can actually do that is by serving the Most High God. You understand? Coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? And quite frankly, you could be that in what's the word I want to use? I want to say link, but you could be that one that opens the door to that brother or sister, or brothers and sisters that want to turn their life around. You understand? Because they on your friends list, they on your whatever social media that they're a part of, on whatever profile you got going on. You understand? So it's important that we all do our part to like and share these videos. All right. Just give me a few moments to do that myself. Also, if there's anybody online that has any questions, be sure to, post it in the live chat. You understand? I'll see it. If I am able to answer it scripturally, I will. It's like I say every week, we are not the Christian church. We do not act like how these fake Christian pastors do when you ask them a question and they just say, "Oh, pray about it, and the Lord will give you the answer some way, somehow." Well, you know what? I guess you could say the pastor is right when he says that, and you bring that question to a priest and prophet in the ISUPK, because we'll get you that answer. You understand? But we don't do that. We're not going to tell you something that, makes you feel good, sounds good, what have you. We, in the ISUPK, we deal with the truth and nothing but the truth. You understand? So I'll be sure to get you the answer scripturally. I'll answer your question scripturally. If I'm unable to answer it myself scripturally, then I'll be sure to write down your question so I can ask a mightier man than myself to get you the answer. And next week on Tuesday, or on the Thursday scripture breakdown class with Priest and Officer 5000 Shabar, our camp leader out here in Las Vegas, you understand? I'll bring your question to him so it'll be answered on Thursday. Or just, we'll probably just do it both Thursday and next Tuesday. You understand? All right. So we left off at the book of First Kings, chapter 11 and verse 4 last week. Oh, did I lose? Okay. I lose my place. I'll get right to it. My notes. All right. So, like I said, we're gonna wrap up the last couple of verses that I had for the topic last week with the interracial marriages being against the Most High, that the Most High is not for interracial marriages. Mind you, as well, if I may, that topic does actually kind of flow into the topic that we're going to be talking about today, with abortion being a choice or a sin. You understand? Just like how interracial marriage is it, you can ask that same question with interracial marriage. Is interracial marriage a choice or is it a sin? You understand? And like what we've been going over last week, the Most High says it is a sin because it goes against what he had said, what he had commanded us to do. You understand? Which is to deal with our own people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American men and women, Slovakia, men and women, we are to only deal with other Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans on a marital level. You understand? On the marital level, we're only to deal with our own people. You understand? So-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. And quite frankly, the thing about that is we have the best women. You understand? All the other nations, their men try to be like us anyways. So why even, you know what I'm saying? Why even go get you a knockoff version? You understand? You want to get some Jordan 11s. You're not going to go to goddamn Walmart and go get you some, I don't even know what the fake Jordans are called, but I know what the hell they look like, with how, Jordan ain't doing the dunk, like, the jump Jordan, like how he's supposed to. You understand? So why would I want to get, if I want the Jordans, the Jordan 11 shoes, why would I go get the knockoff brand? Yeah, sure, the knockoff brand might look like it, but at the cost that I get the knockoff, it really reflects itself, because it's gonna be with worse material. You understand? Everybody is gonna know that it's fake. It's not like the real thing. You understand? So might as well just go ahead and just get what I actually wanted in the real thing in the first doggone place. You understand? And the same thing with our women. You understand? All the other nations, their women try to be like our women. And quite frankly, I don't find all that, that the fake filling lips and the fake titties and the fake ass and how they, all that surgical, although it's where there is no law, there is no sin. So technically what they doing, for our women who does that, the what is it called? The Brazilian butt lift thing. Yeah, Brazilian butt lift, and the getting they breasts done and all that. Although that's that is lawful, for the most part, us men really don't like that stuff. It's cool. Okay, cool. Now your boobies is bigger. Okay, cool. But there's nothing ever better than the real thing. You understand? And quite frankly, a real woman is a Black, Hispanic, Native American woman, where they already have the natural full lips. They already naturally have that nice waist. You understand? That nice booty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hell, all the men know what I'm talking about. You understand? We all know, because we the men. We should be the only ones looking at it, but we the main ones looking at y'all. So we know. We see the other nations, and they just trying to imitate what you already have naturally. You understand? And for you Black, Hispanic, Native American, man, you might as well just like the example I use with the Jordans, man. Just go ahead and just get the real thing. Because quite frankly, you are commanded to do so in the first doggone place. You understand? We are going to start off at the last chapter, the last book, chapter, and verse we left off at last week, which was the book of First Kings, chapter 11 and verse 4. You understand? All right. Oh, wait, do we leave off there or do we leave off of Exodus? Let me see just real quick. So lock it, because my goofy ass wrote start here in two different spots. You understand? 8 and oh, that's first Esdras. I'm tripping. I thought that said Exodus. So lock it, y'all. Give me one moment. Let me see. Because I think I did read that. We might just go ahead and just read it anyways to keep it a buck with you. And start from first Esdras. We'll see. Actually, no. Okay, we didn't read that yet. So I don't know why I had start. Yeah, we're supposed to start at first Esdras 8 and 84. Okay, so we're going to start off at the book of first Esdras, chapter 8 and 84. You understand? Book of first Esdras, chapter 8, verse 84. Therefore now shall ye not join your daughters unto their sons, neither shall ye take their daughters unto your sons. So this is basically reiterating what we had already read in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 3. You understand? These apocryphal books is a part of the Bible. They was just removed by the Roman Catholic Church. You understand? What was it? I believe is in 1638 or 1648. They had removed the apocryphal books because they tried to say that those books were basically pointless. You understand? There was no point to even having those books with the Bible. But in reality, it's because these apocryphal books that were removed in the first place are blatant identifiers to who the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans really are. The apocryphal books is what really, solidifies the fact that you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American men and women, are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, that you are God's chosen people, that you are above all the people on the face of the earth, even though that all the people on the face of the earth are the ones putting you down and making you seem like you are beneath them. You understand? It's all a part of their little devilish scheme that they got going on. You understand? And that's another reason why we start off our classes. You understand? Telling y'all to make sure that you all like, share, and like and share the video, Salakia. Like and share the video so then that our other brothers and sisters that haven't heard their true identity yet have an opportunity to hear their identity. You understand? And learn about what their real identity is. And they can learn who they really are. You understand? And act accordingly. You understand? And quite frankly, stop laying with these nasty heathen dogs, these nasty white women, and the nasty white man too. It's not just the brothers. Of course, it's both of us. It's our nation, our people are just destroyed in the fact that we are just doing what animals would essentially do. What the heathen, we are following after what the heathens do. And those are the animals that we are following after. You understand? You cannot tell me that a so-called Asian man, I can't stand the Asians like me, but you cannot tell me that a so-called Asian man should be looked up to and followed after when them nasty ass people are notorious for not only pedophilia, not only sexual assault, but why are we having, aside from the fact that the Most High God sent this plague, but he sent this plague through them, how? Because of the fact they put anything and everything in their freaking mouths. They eat everything and anything. You understand? If you so godly, then why can't you see that I'm telling the truth? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's your first doggone comment. You just jumping in. I don't even know who you are. So, anyways, moving on. What y'all understand, and we want to follow after the Asian man. Then, of course, the so-called white man, again, notorious for pedophilia, notorious for homosexuality. Like, and hell, they put everything in their doggone mouths as well. I mean, hell, white people, the so-called white man is notorious for, their pagan ways. When you watch all those movies and whatnot, they take pride in, in the stealing. I believe they stole the identity of the Vikings. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they sure as hell like to depict themselves as Vikings. You understand that they are the Vikings, and of course, white people love the whole human sacrifice. I mean, hell, damn near want to pin that on. That's what the government is doing today with President Obama and all the celebrities are doing. All sorts of human sacrifice, this, that, and the other. Man, first of all, we understand out of the Bible that life is sacred, and we will go over that when we go into the actual, the main topic for tonight. You understand? But you are not to be killed. You're not to kill each other. We're not to have human sacrifices. We're supposed to appreciate life. You understand? The Lord told us not to murder. You understand? And a human sacrifice is murdering. And you want to follow after them, and they just like the so-called Asian man putting everything in their mouth, eating every doggone thing, including humans. You understand? Like, man, I like sidebar real quick, but I was watching some. It wasn't even a TV show. I saw a little clip come up on Facebook, and it was like a cook-off show or what have you, right? And they had to guess like what ingredient, what was the secret hidden special ingredient that was used in each of the dishes, right? So there's this one German dude, right? The guess was like the three options was what was it? Like shark, like something like some sort of shark meat. I think it was like a turtle or something, turtle meat, and then human flesh, right? And so it was these two chicks. They're like, oh, well, I mean, I guess we can knock it down, to two right off the bat, because ain't no way in hell you just fed me human flesh. So the one guesses, shark. The other one's like, I think she agreed with the chick, said, yeah, I think it's shark as well, or whatever, right? And then the dude was like, nah, man, it was human flesh. Then everybody gets all quiet on the set, and you can hear the producers and the cameramen, they're all talking, they're whispering amongst themselves, like, hold up, can he do that? Like, is that okay? And one dude, like, he gets off the phone, he says, nah, the network said, it checks out. Like, this is legal. This is okay. You understand? Then, mind you, as well, you had some goofy ass dude. He got his leg amputated. I believe it got infected with something. He kept his foot and fed it to his friends. They all knew it too. They had his taco feet. They made his foot into taco meat and ate his foot. Do y'all want to follow after people like that? Or how about the people like, for those of y'all that love the Africans? You want to follow after the people who, again, love homosexuality. They eat people as well. So in other words, they put anything and everything in their mouths. You understand? And then let us not forget, they over there taking goddamn cow piss baths. You understand? And don't forget though as well, when it's time for them, they wash their nasty ass head, they sticking their head inside of the cow's ass for some ass shampoo. Then rinsing right back off with the cow piss, because for whatever reason they think that's sacred. You understand? Sure as hell shouldn't want to follow after the East Indians. One of their customs is what was it? To prove yourself to Shiva, you have to not bathe. You wash yourself or whatever for, I think it was like a whole solid decade, man. And that's basically part of the reason why they end up getting those dreads, is because they trying to prove themselves to Shiva, right? But again, they just as nasty as all the other nations as well, just putting anything and everything in their mouths. Did you know that they hold the cow so doggone sacred that if a cow comes into their house, it is against the law of their land for you to kick the cow out of the house? In fact, if the cow poops in your house, takes a dump in the middle of your living room, you know what they do? They take that as a great blessing from their Hindu god BS that they got going on, and they take that cow manure and they make it into a tea and drink it. And y'all want to sit there and follow after those people? Salaki, let alone follow after them. But you want to marry those people? You want to marry some stank ass Asian bitch, like some stank ass Asian girl who just got done eating cat, rat, dog, goddamn living octopus that was wiggling in her mouth. I don't know why y'all be watching them goofy ass people on freaking YouTube. Like, I don't understand that, man. Y'all, people just wild, man. So like you. But you want to deal with a woman who do that? You want to deal with a man who sticks his head in a cow's ass? You want to deal with a white man who gonna sit there and mess with your kids, his kids, and they kids? And then, mind you, as well, he got a boyfriend on the side as well. Like, these are the people that you want to marry unto in the first doggone place. And mind you, as well, you know, we're not going to pull it because we did read it last week, but in Deuteronomy 7:3, 7:4, it tells you that we're not supposed to marry those other nations because their children will turn our children away from the Most High God to start to serve their gods. So, in other words, I don't know what them damn East End. Thank you, 7-Eleven girl is gonna turn your son into a goddamn a cow manure tea drinking retard. You understand? That's what you set your children up when you do not teach. You do not teach the Most High God's words. When you just let them decide for themselves and let love be love. You understand? So like I don't want Christy Tigan said she would eat human flesh. I mean, I don't know who that is. Like, one thing that you'll learn about me, man, majority of celebrities, athletes, all them, like I really don't know a whole lot of them to keep it above with you. So I don't know who that is, but it don't surprise me. I believe what's her name? The Katy Perry. She said her favorite meat was doggone was human flesh. I think she gave a specific body part. I think she said it was like the inner thigh or something like that was just the most tender and most this, that, and the other and disgusting. Then mind you as well, goddamn, what's his name? Kanye West, the retard that he married. Man, her and her family, the Kardashians, they kept somebody's placenta and they all ate it on national TV. Then, mind you as well, when that happened on national TV, then all of a sudden it was a insurgence of white folk coming up on the internet saying, oh yeah, it's good for you. All these nutritional facts about eating human flesh, eating human placenta. You understand? And mind you as well, again, these are the people that you want to look up after. These are the people that you want to lay in bed with. Now, do you understand why? Not I say it because the Bible says it. And the Bible says it because the Most High says it. Why we call these other nations beasts. These people are animals. I pray y'all understand why it is said they're animals. Because you know what? I got a dog. I got a Dalmatian at home. That damn bitch will put anything in her mouth. She don't care. She just wants to. She don't even know it's good yet until she eat on it. She might do a sniff test and then devour the damn thing. Lo and behold, could have poisoned her ass right there. She don't care. Just like these other nations, man. They sit there and eat and devour anything. You understand? Even to the point of metaphorically and literally eating and devouring so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. What does that say? Actor Army's hammer. He wants one of her ribs to eat. That's ridiculous. Good night. Wants one of her ribs to eat. Yeah. You see what I'm saying, man? And these are the people that we love so much. We love them more than we love ourselves. And then the funny thing is, you can sit down with a brother or a sister in the world, talk about some, oh, would you ever eat a human flesh? Would you ever eat human flesh, a placenta, a bat, what have you? Nigga, what kind of white shit is that? What kind of weirdo shit is that? But you sure as hell was lay down with the people who would eat that. You understand? You do all that you put they nasty, what you do, what is done in the bed, you understand, through marriage, marriage keeps the bed from being defiled. All right. Let me just start off with just saying that as long as you are having lawful sex, which means that you are having sex with the opposite sex, first of all, the opposite gender. You understand? If you're a man, you're having sex with a woman, and vice versa. And y'all are from the same nation. You understand? What you do in the bedroom, man, is what you do. All right. And I know some of y'all on here watching, y'all some freak nasty, freak-a-leak ass. You should probably be locked up for the nasty things that you do. And you know what? Others like that shit too. You understand? But you gonna do that nasty shit with with somebody that oh man, so like you, who's gonna eat rat? You get me? That person might potentially eat you. I pray that y'all understand. So like you. But it's just to say, Khan, that's probably why so many issues. No, Khan says no, exactly. They are harvesting our organs, not only because we are just built better than everybody else, but hell, apparently we taste better as well. I know there was that's like I got buku sidetracked, but I'll say this last little side piece, and then we'll continue on. But at the time of how do you say his name? The dude that played in the Home Alone movies, Macaulay Culkin or whatever the hell his name is. Anyways, he spoke on how one of the producers or one of the higher up dudes in Hollywood had had talked about how he liked to eat he liked to eat people, and then how a certain race of people, their skin was softer, and he had a pair of shoes that was made out of little black kids. You understand? And yeah, like they eat us, they wear us. I don't know if y'all knew this, but Nat Turner, y'all know that Nat Turner is currently a purchasable antique purse. He was made into a satchel. After they killed him, they skinned him and made him into several different things. I know one of them was a satchel. I think one of them was a lamp shade thing, and then a belt and something, and a couple other, I think shoes as well, a couple other things. You understand? And again, these are the people that you want to lay with. These are the people that you want to look up to. These are the people that you like. So like you. As far as me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You understand? What does sister say? Oh, first, the officer said, Proverbs 3:31, and be thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Exactly. No, exactly. Spot on. Sister said, they taking us being the salt of the earth, literal. I'm trying to tell you, sis. I'm trying to tell you. Hell, y'all seen what happened with that sister that was in a gay UIC. She ended up getting eaten by that doggone African booty scratching Hamite when she moved out to Africa with him. He ended up killing her and eating her. But this is who y'all want to lay with. Again, as far as me and my house, we will serve the Lord. You understand? We ain't gonna be dealing with them types of chances. You understand? All right, so like it. Let's move on. We're gonna go on to verse 85. Verse 85. More. So like, bear with me. My Hooked on Phonics subscription expired a couple weeks ago, so I'm having a hard time reading today. Moreover, ye shall never seek to have peace with them, Now, mind you, as well, and also, the Most High telling Esdras is telling us, the Most High said not to even have peace with them. Man, don't marry them, let alone don't even have peace with them. You understand? That ye may be strong and eat the good things of the land. Because quite frankly, man, if you decide to make peace with them, they're going to make you weak and make you eat the bad things of the land, such as is bat. You understand? Dogs, rat, goddamn human placenta. You understand? And that ye may leave the inheritance of the land unto your children forevermore. Because quite frankly, if you deal with them, they're going to take that inheritance. Ask the Gadites. You understand? Ask the Iskarites. Ask the tribe of Zebulon. You understand? Ask anybody, all of our people of South America, North America, period. This is period. You understand? Ask all 12 tribes, because god damn it, we don't even have any land anymore in the goddamn eastern world of our eastern side of the earth. You understand? Everything has been taken from us. Everything. And we once ruled it all. You understand? There was a time where we ruled goddamn Europe, goddamn hell, our home, our land, our holy land, Israel. We ruled all of that, but look at who rules it now, who took it from us for inheritance for their own children. You understand? But of course, that's what happens when you decide to make peace with them and love them and have interracial marriages with these other nations. You understand? All right, is that it? Do I want to read 86? No. Well, all right. So we'll drop that. Move on. We're gonna go to the book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12. The book of Tobit, chapter 4 and verse 12. All right. And again, just while in the meantime, while y'all are getting to that script, just a quick little reminder for those of y'all that are just tuning in. First and foremost, shalom to Christ. Good to see y'all in the class. Secondly, make sure that y'all like and share the video. You understand? And also subscribe to both the ISUPK YouTube, so like ISUPK Nevada, which is our YouTube, and the ISUPK Las Vegas, which is our Facebook. You understand? And then also ISUPK Las Vegas on our TikTok. We got our TikTok going on. We're starting to pick back up with our interviews, our Boots on the Ground series. So make sure that you tune in and you check out those videos. All right. All right. So moving on. Okay. So this is the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son. That says beware of all whoredom, because whoredom can come in many different ways. You understand? Just like how you can play a whore, somebody can be a whore with religion, with their spirituality. You understand? Where one minute they're Mormon, the next minute they're Baptist, then they're Buddhist, then they're atheist, then they're agnostic, then they're, you understand? That's playing a whore. You understand? And quite frankly, that's also what the nation of Israel, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been doing. And that's part of the reason why we are being destroyed right now, because we are playing a whore. We are playing a whore as a nation by dealing with these other nations. You understand? Those interracial marriages are causing us as a nation, as an entire people, to be as a whore unto the Most High God. Because quite frankly, like the Most High God, just paraphrasing it, but the Most High God has said that, he treated the nation of Israel as if we were his bride, as if we were his wife. You understand? But what did we do? We committed adultery. We committed a fornication. We became like as a harlot and played the whore by dealing with the other gods, by dealing with, the other nations. You understand what I'm saying? That's why if you're a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you really only have one option. Because I don't want to say choice, because there is no choice. It's either you do this or you die. You understand? You do this or you going to be severely punished. That don't sound like a choice to me. And never mind, I ain't gonna say that. You understand? That don't sound like a very much of a choice to me. All right. Um, so yeah, that's been us as a nation. But this right here is also this is talking about more specifically as like a father speaking to his son, beware of all whoredom. So of course on the religious front, and also moving on, we'll find out. My son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy father. So that whoredom, that whoredom of a woman, where a woman can make a man act like a whore, basically. Because then, because let's be honest, all right, let y'all know, put y'all on just a little bit of game, all right. Although the man is the leader, he is the stronger vessel, he is the one who has the final say. So you understand, the woman has more power and control over the man than what meets the eye. You understand? What I mean by that is a woman can essentially get what she wants if basically she plays the game right. You understand? Deals with her man, sweetly, and and hey, uses her feminine charm on him the way in a righteous manner, though, mind you. All right, in a righteous manner. You understand? A woman is a whole lot more powerful. There's only one thing that's more powerful than a woman, quite frankly, which is the Most High God and His truth. Other than that, the woman is the most powerful thing that we've ever to encounter. You understand? So, with that being said, a woman can have a man doing anything and everything if he is not aware of the type of whoredom that a woman will put him through. You understand? Where 1 minute, like I said, you dealing with this guy, then you dealing with that guy, you dealing with this kind of job, that kind of job, this kind of people, that kind of people. Got you just, got a man looking like he's just double-minded in all his ways. You understand? Which means that he's unstable. A lot of that comes from a woman playing that game on him. You understand? Which is a form of whoredom. You understand? When a woman, I'm going to tell you, when a woman plays the manipulation game in an unrighteous way, she is a whore, period. You understand? Officer O'Rourke is saying that woman is a whore. You understand? Because she's playing the heartless game. You understand? Because a righteous woman, like for example, these sisters in the UPK, they might put they feminine seduction on their man, and that's okay. Hell, that's why we wanted you in the first place. You understand? That's why that brother married this sister in the first place. That's why I married that sister in the first place. You understand? As long as she keeps that righteous man, that woman can get that man to do anything that she wants, of course, within the parameters of it being righteous and lawful. You understand? Powerful creatures. And mind you as well, the world is starting to wake up to it. The world is starting to see it. The ISUPK has some powerful men on this earth. You understand? Very powerful men. Quite frankly, only a woman can move us. It's like it. The Most High God in Christ, but also a woman. You understand? But a righteous woman, not just any woman, our righteous women. You understand? I pray that y'all understand. All right. So, moving on. And chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. Again, Tobit, man, he's saying, man, make sure that you marry. He's speaking to his son. Tell him, man, you take on take on a wife of the seed of your father, your own people. You understand? A so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American. You understand? And take not a strange woman to wife. Take not a strange woman to wife, a woman from another nation, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. You understand? That's him. That's Toby, man. He letting his son know, like, man, our forefathers took on, the women that they were supposed to and were blessed for that. You understand? Their children are going to be the ones who inherit the land. So let that be the same for you. You understand? All right, yeah, we're gonna drop that. Now we're gonna go to the book of Judges. The book of Judges, chapter 14, verse 1. But yeah, so if anyone has any questions, make sure you post it in the chat. I'll get to it, answer it to the best of my ability scripturally. You understand? 14. What's 14? There it is. All right. So this is the book of Judges, chapter 14, verse 1. And Samson went down to Timnath, and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. So this is the story of Samson. You understand? Most of it, very, very popular story. You understand? A lot of people think that this story was just popular in because it was a man who got his strength through his hair and all that. Dude was strong as hell. I mean, what did he kill, like 100 people or whatever with just an ox jaw? Or I believe that's what it was. You understand? Unbelievably strong. And then the Christians like to basically teach you that, oh, he lost his strength because he cut his hair. Now, in reality, is there anybody online that can tell me the real reality as to why he lost his strength? I'll give y'all a few moments. Let's see if anybody can tell me why, the real reason why Samson had lost his strength. And of course, whenever a teacher asks a question in the class, and this is my hint to y'all for those of y'all that are unsure, just think about what the topic is. You understand? I'll give y'all like 30 more seconds. All right, 5 more seconds. All right, looks like nobody wanted to take a stab at it. No sweat. And the real reason why Samson ended up losing his strength is because of the fact that he partook in interracial marriage. He wanted to deal with a woman from another nation. And in fact, that was kind of his thing. You understand? And watch. Verse 2. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. Verse 3. Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of thy brethren or among all my people that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleaseth me well. You understand? And of course, you just read on. You can get the full story on Samson because we're not going to go all the way through it. But You understand? Because he decided to deal with that Philistine, the Most High basically, man, he was done with it. And mind you, his mom and dad, his mother and father had warned him, like not warned him, but like, yo, man, is there not a woman amongst our people that you can deal with? Like, why you want to deal with them? You understand? They, the Philistines, man, they put anything and everything in their mouth. You understand? They serve, ridiculous, unreal gods. You understand? Why would you want to stoop down to somebody that is beneath you and you want to be with them? That's basically what his mother and father was saying to him. You understand? Because that is the reality of it. When you decide to deal with a man or a woman outside of our nation, first of all, you're selling out, but you're also selling yourself very short, man. Like, Salaki, as a Black, Hispanic, Native American man or woman, you deserve the best. So you should have the best, which is a Black, Hispanic, and Native American man or woman. You're opposite to your gender. You understand? Opposite to your sex. I don't even know what we're supposed to say anymore. It's 2022. I remember that, sex and gender being the same thing. Now it's being a different thing. I don't know. So like you. Only thing I'm good at is this Bible, I guess. I don't know, because you can't argue with me on that. But y'all understand what I'm saying? I pray that you do. Okay. So that's enough on that. We're gonna drop that. Now we're gonna go to the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11 and verse 4. Understand? 1 Kings, chapter 11 and verse 4. We just got a couple more, and then we'll get into the main topic with is abortion a sin or a choice? And mind you as well, like I had said in the beginning of this class, at the beginning before I decided to finish this interracial breakdown, you can ask the same question for this. Is interracial marriage a choice or is it a sin? Quite frankly, for Samson, it seemed like it was a sin. He didn't have the choice. Because for those of y'all that don't know the story, just fast forwarding to the end of it, you understand, he ended up being killed. You understand? The Lord was going to allow him to die, but then he asked the Lord, he's like, listen, that's life. I know what I did. And I'm paraphrasing, I'm putting my own words, like it. I know what I did, forgive me for it, but let me, kill me, but let me kill all these people with me, all these Philistines with me. That's the Lord gave him that. But the thing is he still had to die for interracial marriage. That has been going on since the time of Noah. The Most High God has been killing the earth since the time of the great flood because of interracial marriage. You understand? The Lord will kill you for dealing with Becky, for dealing with Trevor, for dealing with Ching Chong, Fing Chong, and Wing Wong, Chan Lee, and all of them. You understand? He will kill you for being, for dealing with him and dealing with her. You understand? The Lord will kill you for interracial marriages. You understand? I pray that you understand. All right? Now, this is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 4. For it came to pass, when Solomon was old, that his wives turned away his heart after other gods. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David, his father. Now, where in there, so first and foremost, side topic, where in there was Solomon punished or found imperfect because he had more than one woman? Doesn't say that, does it? It does not. That is a lie that the Christian church has put on us. You understand? When the crazy thing is, they try to teach monogamy in the Christian church, but yet them, Christians are notorious for having, a side boyfriend. And when I mean they, I mean the father, the husband has a side boyfriend. He's, playing with the, with the little kids at church, and not a friendly plan. You understand? But yet they preach monogamy. When, of course, nowhere in the Bible does it say thou shalt be a monogamist. It don't even say that thou shalt be a polygamist. You understand? The only thing it says is that a woman is only allowed to have one man until one of them dies. And that man, if it's so, doesn't say it verbatim, but it's littered all throughout the Bible. A man can have more than one woman if he so chooses. You understand? There's just a certain way, and mind you as well, what is it? In Deuteronomy, I believe it says, it goes in to tell you how a man is to deal with his women after he gets a new wife. That his duty and his raiment shall not diminish when he takes on a new woman. So you got to make sure, if you first and foremost, you get counsel if you decide that you want to take on another rib, for those of y'all that are considering it. Because one thing that you got to consider is, as much sex as you was giving your rib before that new rib, you got to maintain that, plus whatever duty that you got to provide for this new rib. You understand? It is responsibility. You understand? But multiple wives is not our topic today. You understand? What is our topic is the fact that, like we have discussed in, what was it? First Esdras 8 and 84 through 85, and then also in Deuteronomy 7 and 3 through 4, where us dealing with the other nations, marrying into the other nations, those men and women will turn us away from the Most High God. You understand? It'll turn us to start to serve their God. You understand? Just like it did with Solomon. And mind you, King Solomon was the wisest man on earth. There was no one ever wise, as wise as him before him. Nor will there be another one after him. You understand? Aside from Christ, which, same person, but, that's a breakdown for another day. But mind you, you understand? He has all that wisdom, but yet he wasn't wise enough to be able to deal with the heathen and not serve, turn his heart towards her gods. You understand? To keep him from being called imperfect in his heart, unlike his father David, who was perfect to the Most High. Right? That's what it said, right? Yeah. And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God, as was the heart of David, his father. You understand? Dealing with these other nations turns your heart away from the Most High God. All right? Okay. I'm going to drop that. We're going to go back to the book of Judges. We're going to go to the 3rd chapter, verse 1. Book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 1. All right? There's the book of Judges, chapter 3, verse 1. Now, these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel had not known all the wars of Canaan, only that the generations of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war, at the least such as before knew nothing thereof. Hold on, because I know there is more. Okay, verse 3. Namely, the 5 lords of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites, that dwelt in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Baal Hermon, unto the entering in of Hamath. Verse 4. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. You understand? So, in other words, these other nations are put around us, right, to help prove us. You understand? Because, mind you, all of them are going to be having interracial marriages. All of them are going to be eating whatever the hell they want. All of them are going to be doing whatever the hell they want. You understand? According to their God, according to the law of their land, according to their king, according to whatever nonsense they decide to make up and follow. Right? But now, Black, Hispanic, and Native American man, you have a living God who had given you commandments. Right? And he wants to make sure that, hey, you gonna follow these damn commandments? Let's see. Now you got these Philistines and the Canaanites and the Hivites and the Sidonians, you understand, all around you, you know, doing whatever the hell they want, tempting you. Let's see if you're gonna buy into that temptation. You understand? And mind you, it's not just them, it's the Edomites today too, and the Hamites as a whole today, not just the Canaanites and the Philistines, but all of them as a whole today. You understand? The Elamites. You understand? You're gonna be tempted to drink some cow doo-doo tea? I pray not. That's disgusting. Can't get mad when somebody says your breath smell like shit, because it sure as hell do. You over there drinking shit. That's why they stink. Let alone the fact that they don't like to wash themselves or wear deodorant. It's lucky. But again, you know, that's you know, again, that's why I find it so crazy that we want to deal with them people. All right. Okay, so now we're going to drop that and go to the book of Psalms, chapter 106, and go to verse 34. Book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 34. There we go. Hold on, let me check something right quick. Okay, so 34, 35, 36. Okay, yeah. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 106, verse 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them. You understand? The Lord had commanded them being Israel. The Lord had commanded us to destroy certain nations, and we didn't do it, right? Verse 35, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. So instead of destroying them, we decided to, to mingle with them, to integrate with them, you understand? And learn their works, learn their ways. Verse 36, and they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. And of course, we started worshiping their gods. So it's a snare to us. We got trapped up serving their gods, right? Verse 37, yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. And we gave our children to them devils, to the deceivers. You understand? Verse 38, and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with blood. You understand? Again, like we had discussed earlier, we weren't supposed to be sacrificing, doing human sacrifices. You understand? Pouring blood for God. Man, the Most High God didn't even ask of us to do that. You understand? Hell, he said just make amends by sacrificing, the best of the best of what you have for when you sin at the time of the Mosaic law, of the sacrificial law. You understand? That was to make amends, where you sacrificed something that was it was supposed to be a great loss. You understand? Just like hell, even Christ sacrificing himself, our king. That was a great loss. You understand? Which could have been prevented had we been doing what we were supposed to be doing. Mind you, what these other nations, what these heathens did, they don't sacrifice people to make amends. They sacrifice people and animals to receive blessings, to provoke their gods. You understand? Like how they'll sacrifice, like the Vikings would sacrifice they do human sacrifices to provoke their gods to send the rains, to send rain onto the land. And so that Freya would, make the land fertile so that they can grow their crops. You understand? They did this to provoke their gods. The Most High God, when we were to sacrifice animals, or even hell, when Christ was the sacrifice, it was a loss. You understand? To prevent you from doing something again, to prevent you from having to prevent you from being tempted by whatever that was again, so you don't do it again. You understand? Because quite frankly, the more that we continue to live in sin, the more black men are going to die innocently. Turn on your TV. Watch the news. Hell, you don't watch the news? I'm one of them people. I don't watch the news. I don't watch TV. But I sure as hell use this to look at the news so that I can see what's going on in the world. You understand? Open your news app. I got an app called Smart News where I can, have specific, all the specific news that I want to be able to see and read. I like science and nature and all that. So I get stuff on that. And then of course, what's going on with these, with what happened with like the Breonna Taylor case, with the George Floyd case. You understand? Watch the news. See what's actually going on. You understand? I pray that y'all do. I pray that y'all do. Because at the end of the day, we're going to keep on getting killed innocently until Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans figure this out. As a nation at that. That's literally what we are doing here as priests and prophets of the Lord and the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana. You understand? It's waking our people up to the realization that it is all of our faults that this man had to die, that Christ had to die, that George Floyd had to die. You understand? That Emmett Till had to die, that Breonna Taylor had to die. The list goes on and on and on and on. It is our fault. These innocent deaths can come to an end if we just come back to the Most High God. You understand? Stop dealing with these other doggone nations. Because you're just giving them what they want. They want to kill you. You understand? I know damn well I can't think of a single brother or a single sister that would say, yeah, I'd play Russian roulette. But yet you play Russian roulette without the gun, dealing with these goddamn white people, though. With these damn Asians, these goddamn African booty scratchers. You understand? You'll play Russian roulette with them just because it's not a loaded gun to your head. But next thing you know, it's that African, he got a machete to your neck. That white boy got you tied up and contorted in all sorts of different ways, ready to cut you up too and eat you. Don't let you be pregnant because he's going to eat your placenta too. He's going to eat the placenta. Asian people, what is it called? The traditional ancient medicine practice involves human body parts, bones, teeth, you understand? Flesh. That's part of the traditional traditional medicine, Chinese medicine. You understand? But that's you want to play Russian roulette with them for your ass end up being a Tylenol. You understand? So, like it. I pray that you do. I pray that you do. I pray that you do. Verse 39. Thus were they defiled with their own works and went to whoring with their own inventions. Again, see, there goes that word whoring again. You understand? We're whoring where we're jumping from one thing to another. You understand? Verse 40. Therefore was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, and so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. Man, because we're over there whoring with the other guys. We're over here doing just abominable things. Man, it pissed off the Most High God so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. Let's look up the word of abhor. Let's look that word up. I want to see word for word because it said, I know abhor means to like hate, but not necessarily hate. We're going to get the definition of abhorred. Abhor, verb, regard with disgust and hatred. So it pushed the Most High God to the point that he regarded us with hatred and disgust. He found us disgusting. You understand? Now, mind you, what should stick out with that is the fact that the Most High God didn't say that the other nations are disgusting, that he hates them. Even though that he's already said that, they are beasts of the field. They are like unto animals. You understand? What was that? There was a verse that says that, just paraphrasing it, but the other nations are like a water in a bucket, and just the little droplets that are flying out there like unto spittle. Just nothing. It's meaningless. Right? They're so meaningless. He doesn't even take the time to look at them and say, man, that is a disgusting ass people. But he knows that they're disgusting because we decide to mingle with them and take on, and take and learn their ways and do their works. And he looks at us and says, God, the hell is this? What is this foolishness? What is this disgusting ass thing that you're doing? What are you gonna say? Oh, well, they're doing it. That's spittle. I don't give a. Most High God don't give a damn what the hell they're doing. He worried about you. Take, for example, we can never forget. We call the Most High Father in heaven. He is our Father. So, and I know a lot of y'all are parents. So for those of y'all that are parents, or hell, for those of you that aren't parents, just go back to your childhood. Because this is something we can all do together. Think about when you was a kid and you try to say, oh, mom, oh, dad, I'm sorry. I did it because Jimmy did it. Man, what'd they say? Man, I ain't Jimmy's dad. I ain't Jimmy's mama. I'm your mom. I'm your dad. That's why I'm going to whoop your ass because I told you not to do it. Just like it just had me a flashback, man. Instead of Jimmy, it was Andy. That stupid ass white kid got me in trouble so goddamn much growing up. It wasn't even funny. You understand? I'm not worried about what the hell he doing. I'm worried about what you doing. You are mine. You are my people. You are my son. You are my inheritance. You understand? That's literally what the Most High God looks at us. You understand? Because he's literally said that. We are his people. We are his children. We are his inheritance. You're not worried about all of them. Whether he made them or not is irrelevant. You understand? Essentially, he made them for you. Black, Hispanic, Native, to serve you. But since we don't want them to serve us, now we serving them. You understand? While we trying to try so hard to make it seem like we're on top by getting us a whole Becky girl as a wife. Nah, man, you serve Becky. You understand? You will never have a successful relationship with these other nations. You understand? All right. Oh, damn, that's crazy what I just said, man. Call me a prophet. Verse 41. And he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. And the ones that hated us ruled over us. Damn near, they all hated us. They all doggone hate us. You understand? We're going to keep reading. Verse 42. Their enemies also oppressed them, and they were brought into subjection under their hand. Many times did he deliver them, but they provoked him with their counsel and were brought low for their iniquity. Okay, we'll stop there. But you see, you partake in their ways, you partake in their people, you try to be one like them, Salakia. You try to be one like them, man. All it's gonna do is piss off the Most High God, and now innocent bloodshed has to happen on your people. And quite frankly, you never know. You might be that innocent one that has to shed blood. Because not only do you deserve it, because quite frankly, I mean, your actions are saying, kill me. I don't respect the Most High God. I'm doing the things that these other nations are doing, and nothing that they're doing says I want to live. Smoking tobacco, doing drugs. You understand? And what way does that say that you love life? That you love the Most High God? You understand? So he's gonna give you what you want and kill you, shed your blood, make you an example as to why you shouldn't be doing something. You shouldn't be partaking in interracial marriages. You understand? I pray that you do. All right. I'm going to drop that. Go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 11. Hath the nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit. But that right there lets you know, man, we keep changing our gods for... See, these other nations aren't changing their gods. You understand? They maintain the same gods. If you think about it, you know, with the Romans and the Romans and the Greek, the gods' names may be different, but still same. The same people. Or not same people, but same mythology, the same, you know, hell, it's actually the same exact story all the way through. The only thing really different is the names, and then one might have more interaction with the different one. Makes a hell of a book. Great novel. You understand? Sci-fi section. You understand? And mind you, as well, the crazy thing about the Greek and the Roman gods, they're just full human white forms of the ancient Egyptians. The same thing. It's damn near the same doggone thing. Same people, philosophy, the whole shebang. You understand? All these other nations have these, you know, all these different gods, but they maintain to the same ones. Might change the name, add a little, take a little away to the story, but it's still the same thing. Versus us, we literally trading gods, different gods, for what? Where not a single one of them will profit a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. You understand? We're trading the Most High God and our women, right? Trading the Most High God and our women for white Jesus, who sits there and claims that it's all, oh, we're all love, forgive each other, this, that, and the other. When we know goddamn well white folk do not do that. They ain't some of the most hateful ass people on the face of the earth, right? So we could be with their white women. So we could be, you understand? We trading our women for their women. No profit. Trading our God for their God. No profit. So for what? What is the reason? Right? Was that verse 11? Yeah, verse 11. Okay, yeah, no, we're going to drop that. So we're going to drop that, and now we're going to go to the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 2. The book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 2. And this is going to be the last of my interracial marriage breakdown. And then we'll start on the topic, Salakia. We'll start on the topic that I had prepared for today with the abortion. We'll get on that. So clearly we won't finish that today. We'll finish that off next week, but we'll get into a couple of verses before we end the class for today. All right. So first things first, this is the book of Ezra, chapter 9, verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers hath been chief in this trespass. And it's talking about a holy seed. Quite frankly, so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American man and woman, you are that holy seed. You are a seed that is supposed to be separate from everywhere from everyone else, from everything else. You understand? You are a prince of the power. You are a princess of the power. You understand? Let's just go down to verse 8. Yeah, so we're going to drop down to verse 8. And now for a little space grace hath been shewed from the Lord our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in his holy place, that our God may lighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. Man, shedding us light, letting us know that there is a way for us to come out of the nonsense that we are in. And quite frankly, what that is, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man and woman, is you coming into the ISUPK. This is that light. You understand? Under Commander General Yohana. You understand? The priests and prophets in the ISUPK, we are that light to show you that you don't have to hate your own people no more. You can have successful marriages with your own people. There is brotherhood and sisterhood amongst our nation. You understand? You can follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. And in fact, it is not grievous. In fact, it is a beautiful thing to be able to hold it is not only is it a beautiful thing, but it is my life has never been better and could never be greater than what it is since I've started serving the Most High God, following the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? You think that life is good because you having fun and, whatever. You might be getting women. You might be getting the things that you want and desire and lust after. You understand? But there is nothing better than knowing that no matter what happens, because at the end of the day, there is no getting away from bad in your life. You understand? So the good and the bad is it's like summer, spring, fall, and winter. It's gonna come. Period. There's always gonna be a time for it to come. But the thing is being in this ISUPK, I know that I never have to go through any of the bad times alone. And when the good times happen, that's the best part. Is my niggas is already there. Because in the world, everyone's there during the good times. But during them bad times, man, only in the truth, in the ISUPK, are you gonna have them same people that is there for you during them good times, be there in the bad times. In fact, being someone that you can lean on to help you get through it. You understand? They're gonna help you stand up, back up on your feet, so that we can return back to the good times. You understand? But you also got to understand, though, that these things can't happen if you are choosing the other nations in preference over your own. You understand? Our nation will not be restored to former glory. Glory by the Most High God until we decide, we start choosing our own over others. You understand? Where we at on time? Okay. All right. So that's the closing of my breakdown for interracial marriage. Again, if y'all got any questions over what we had gone over or off topic, what have you, feel free to put it up in the chat. I'll answer to the best of my ability scripturally. Make sure that those of y'all that are just getting into the class, that you like and share the video. We are going to start at the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 28. All right. We're going to start going over is abortion a choice or a sin? Right? And really, all of it should be taken, all sin should be questioned in that same context, or question that same way. Is it a choice or is it a sin? You understand? Wearing this shirt, this was a choice. You understand? Me putting this shit on, this shirt on, so like putting this shirt on today was a choice. But you know what a sin is? What would be a sin and not a choice? Abortion. You might choose to abort that child, but it wasn't a choice. What you just did was a sin, because a choice means that you can choose between one or the other, and there is no negative, basically a negative, what's the word I want to use? Consequence, right? There's no negative consequence for me putting on this shirt or deciding that I want to eat this for dinner or drink that, or you understand? As long as it's lawful, it's a choice. You understand? Because once you start stepping outside of the law, now you're sinning. And when you're sinning, now you're going to get punished. You understand? So we're going to start off at the book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 28. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. You understand? This is the Most High God commanding mankind. You understand? In the very beginning, right after that, he just created all the people on the face of the earth on the sixth day. Man, y'all go multiply, man. Be fruitful. Have babies. Conduct intercourse with a man and a woman and have children. You understand? And subdue the earth. You understand? You cannot be fruitful and multiply and have dominion over anything as a nation if you are killing your children. You understand? In fact, that is how you kill a nation. You understand? You kill the men and you kill the babies. You understand? That is how a nation is destroyed. And quite frankly, that is what our oppressor wants to happen. You understand? That's why they have Planned Parenthood. It's so that you, black, Hispanic, and Native American men and women, you'll get scared that, oh, you have a baby on the way. And you're so caught up in the American dream that you need to go to school and get an education and, build your career and this, that, and the other, that there's just no way you can have a child or another child or what have you. You understand? And this is not me knocking getting an education. You want to go to college. Go to college. You understand? But like what my father used to tell me, he used to say, Junebud, man, if you make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Okay? So you make your bed, lay in it, man. You did the deed, see it through. All right, man. You already there. You doing your part in being fruitful and multiplying, man. See it through. Don't kill that doggone baby, man. You understand? We're gonna get more on that. All right. Drop that, go to the book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 15. All right. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of those was Shifra. Salaki, if I butcher that. Salaki. And the name of the other, Pua, Salaki. Again, my Hooked on Phonics subscription ended a couple weeks ago. Khan, the sister Shamaya is right. She said, you know how many UPK sisters are doing school full time and having kids still? Abortion is cowardly. And that's a great point right there. An excellent point. A lot of these sisters, man, getting their degrees. And mind you as well, it's not like they barely passing. I see damn near almost every day that I turn on my Facebook and go through my news feed. I pretty much see Jeremiah Hyman or Commander General Yohana or somebody is giving recognition to a brother or a sister, kid, what have you, because they're getting straight A's. A brother just had a kid, but he got straight A's. A sister is pregnant and taking care of her kids and going to school full time and got straight A's. Like the sister said, abortion is cowardly. It really is. But mind you, as well, you killing something that doesn't even have, even if it wanted to, which it does want to live, mind you. But even if it could defend itself, you're not even given a chance to fight for its own life. You just completely, you're a coward. You're a coward. You are the person who sits on top of an anthill because the ants can't do anything to you with the magnifying glass. So like you didn't finish the thought. So like you understand? You're a coward. You pick on the little guy. You understand? And you're a whore. You understand? So like, where was I at? Oh yeah, verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then he shall live. Like I just said earlier, the way that you kill a nation is you kill the babies and you kill the men. Now, when you kill the babies, it's particularly the men because it's the man that carries the seed. You understand? And this Egyptian pharaoh, man, was commanding our midwife women in Egypt to kill the sons, right? Wicked bastard, man. Wicked bastard. which is, hey, and mind you as well, that is still going on today. I pray y'all understand that. That is going on today. Turn on your doggone news devices. Whatever you watch the news, however you get the news, turn it on. Look through it. Because they killing you, Black, Hispanic, and Native American, man. Verse 17. This right here is so heavy. But the midwives feared God. Let me read that one more again. Okay. But the midwives feared God. But they feared God. And did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. So back to what the sister just brought out about how UPK sisters are, going to school full time. Some of them have full-time school, full-time jobs, the whole shebang, just out there killing it, getting straight A's, getting their degrees, right? They fear God. They're able to do that because they fear God. They ain't worried about the challenge ahead of them. They're only worried about serving the Most High God. Everything else, hey, we can handle this. You understand? And they're prepared to handle whatever obstacle and challenge comes their way because their fear of God is greater than their fear of failing at anything else. And quite frankly, when you have that in your life, you won't fail anything. You understand? You won't. You understand? Select it. Let me read that from the top, verse 17. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive. Now, mind you, the Pharaoh just told them to abort those babies. That was abortion. You understand? Since the time of ancient Egypt, that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans have been being killed straight out the womb since ancient Egypt. You understand? Got to start fighting for our lives from the time that we are conceived in our mother's belly. Man, that shit crazy. So lucky. Let me see if I want to read on. Okay, no, we'll drop that right there. Now we're going to go to the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 13. And this right here is also why the Most High, or those midwives feared the Most High God, right? Book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill. Oh, damn, it's straight to the point right there. Boom. Thou shalt not kill. You understand? The Most High God commanded that we do not kill, that we do not murder. You understand? Killing needlessly. You understand? Which also encompasses an abortion. If there is no medical reason for you to abort this child, in other words, if this baby is going to kill you as a mother, if you conceive or if you give birth to this child, seek counsel. I'm gonna say that, okay? But that basically is like your only green light is when it's your life. But you know what the crazy thing is a mother like that, a lot of times, man, that woman would have to be persuaded. Because y'all love your children so dog. A real woman loves their children more than themselves. You understand? But like I said, seek counsel on that. If that is yours, if that's ever you in that situation. You understand? But those women, those midwives that were commanded by Pharaoh, man, when they're male, if it's a male baby, it's a he baby. If it's a man child, kill him. If it's a woman child, then she can live. For the Hebrews, mind you, it was specific on who? The Hebrews. You understand? kill the men, children. And they said, man, they basically said, nigga, I fear the Lord. The Lord told me that I shall not murder. I'm not about to murder my own people because you think I'm supposed to be afraid of you. And they said, to hell with you and let them live. Now that right there, that's one West, first of all. You understand? That is righteous right there. And gives a damn what the goddamn man says. And what does the Most High say to do? That's what you carry. That's the order that you carry out. You understand? I'm going to drop that. Now we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Where we at on time? Okay, we're going to read Deuteronomy 28, 15, 57 to 59. And then we're going to continue this next class. Because I do have to leave just a little tad bit early, so lock in. But we will continue this next class. You understand? Actually, no, we'll just pick up from here again. That's okay. All right. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Now, mind you, not murdering your own, murdering, period, is a part of those commandments. You understand? Not murdering, just killing needlessly. You understand? As a part of those commandments. So you aborting your children is a part of, is what will, is as a part of what has provoked the Most High God to the wrath that he is in with Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that put the curse on so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand? And we're going to drop down to verse 57. Verse 57. And toward her, verse 56. We're going to go to verse 56 to 59. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which should not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Man, our women, they're so delicate and tender. We didn't put her foot on the ground. You understand? Barefoot. You understand? That's how delicate and tender she is. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. You understand? That curse. You understand? That curse today is, man, you see a lot of times, and it's sad, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native American women, man, like they just got a lot of hatred for their husband. Always talking about how their husband ain't shit. A lot of times, they beating their husbands too, abusing them in more than one fashion, more than one way, right? And that is the reality of it. All right. They also, they hate their kids too, man. They act the same exact way towards their kids because, mind you, as well, it's a reminder of their husband, and they are destroyed. You understand? Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. That's, newborn baby, the infant, right? And toward her children, which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. Man, she will devour them for the want of all things. Do whatever the hell she has to do so that she can get that what is it called? Not WIC, but like the food stamps and the government assistance. You understand? Mind you, when a man sticks his rod inside of a woman, that is now his wife. You understand? That makes him her husband. You understand? So now you have children with that woman, but that woman is wanting money. That woman is wanting just a party life, basically, because again, she destroyed. She don't understand. You understand? She now kicks him out and makes him to pay child support because of her hatred for him. You understand? Her hatred for him and the children as well. Because mind you, everybody knows, even the destroyed woman knows that the children needs their father. She's destroyed because she didn't have her father, and she knows how much and how bad she wants her dad in her life at the moment, and how much she really wanted him in her life while she was a child. You understand? But we're that destroyed that we say, you know what? Our women say, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing to my kids because you know what? I think I turned out all right, but you wicked and you're destroyed. You understand? Verse 58. If thou wilt not observe to do all the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fear, wait, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, the Lord thy God, then the Lord will make thy plagues wonderful, and the plagues of thy seed, even great plagues, and of long continuance, and sore sicknesses, and of long continuance. You understand? These things are going to go on for a long time, and it's going to be, it says wonderful plagues. Like, man, they're not wonderful in a good way, but it's obviously it's in a very bad way. You understand? It's just gonna be like one of them things that you just like, where we literally, when you first start coming into the truth and start paying attention to what the hell is going on, and you really look at the condition of your people, you really look at them in awe, or not look at them, but you look at the condition that they're in, and just like, damn, man, like we really, first of all, we got a lot of work to do, but man, we really destroyed. You understand? That's what we did to ourselves. You understand? By not listening to the Most High God. And part of that is having abortions, and like what we discussed earlier with interracial marriages. You understand? And with that, we are the ISUPK, started on 1 West 125th Street on Harlem, New York, and I command General Johanna. I am Priest and Officer of Rock. This is the ISUPK Las Vegas Brotherhood class. And with that, class dismissed.